Never attribute to malice that which is adequately explained by stupidity, by Robert J. Hanlon. How often do we interpret someone's action as deliberately evil when they might be just unaware or having a bad day? Consider this. You are driving home after a long day at work through the rush hour traffic. You are stopped at a red light when suddenly a car cuts in front of you, nearly causing a crash. Immediately, you feel angry and begin honking your horn at the driver. But as the car speeds away, you notice a sign that says student driver. Suddenly, your frustration turns to empathy as you realize the driver may have been inexperienced or nervous. Hanlon's razor is a philosophical razor. Philosophical razors are a rule of thumb, helping us in complex reality to shave off, so to speak, unlikely explanations. The quote, what you saw in the beginning, this never attribute to malice that which is adequately explained by stupidity, is a definition of Hanlon's razor. Let's put it in a slightly different way. Don't assume bad intentions when incompetence is a sufficient explanation. So Hanlon's razor often can help us to avoid thinking of evil intent when the situation can be also explained with stupidity or incompetence. This principle encourages us to avoid jumping too fast to conclusion about another person's motives, particularly thinking that another person acted out of malice or acted out of evil. Imagine you receive a tense email from your manager that sounds harsh. Your initial reaction might be to think your manager is dissatisfied or angry with you. But when we apply Hanlon's razor, we might consider the manager is stressed, having a bad day, or unaware of the tone. Another scenario from my own life. From time to time, I get negative comments which are directed at me personally. So they are not some constructive critique of my videos, which I really appreciate and take seriously. My initial reaction to those negative comments is to think that this person has some evil intent, that they want to hurt me. But now for some time I use Hanlon's razor. So often now I see the situation differently. I can think that the person just has a really bad day or is extremely stressed, or even that this person is unaware of the tone of his or her comment, or is unaware of the damage this comment can cause in another person, like in this case, me. Or it can also be that I just interpreted wrongly. So it helps me a lot to keep myself in check. Like the razor helps me a lot Hanlon's razor helps me a lot to keep myself in check and to not jump too fast to conclusion of evil intent. Of course, there are for sure these comments where I'm 99.99% sure that a person has evil intent, but this is extremely rare. Hanlon's razor is a model. It's not some law that we literally can always use. There are of course some situations where this model is wrong, where, as in the example before, malicious intent or evil intent is given and obvious to see. But more often than not, we jump too fast to conclusion, and I guess we all know it, or at least I know, I can only talk for myself, like I jump too fast to conclusions for sure. And there Hanlon's razor keeps one in check. Hanlon's razor can be a useful tool for our daily lives. It can shave off fast, unlikely explanation, in this case an explanation of evil intent. And it makes us feel better, because when we think that another person acted out of stupidity or incompetence, it is somehow less hurtful than when we think that another person acted out of evil, right? But the question is now, is evil really so much worse than stupidity? I'm not so sure about that. Dietrich Bonhoeffer and Carlo Cipolla argued, both in separate works, that stupidity is more dangerous than evil. If you're interested in that, here's a video from Dietrich Bonhoeffer on his theory of stupidity, and here's a video of Carlo Cipolla on his 5 basic laws of human stupidity. Thank you so much for watching this video today, and as always, I wish you a fantastic day.